What if I told you that your favorite coffee shop on the corner, the booming startup you just invested in, or even the mega corporation with flashy ads, could all be thriving today and bankrupt tomorrow, all because of one thing: economic policy? Sounds boring? Think again, because behind every tax cut, interest rate hike, or trade deal lies a story of businesses rising to greatness or collapsing overnight. Today, we're diving into how governments' economic decisions shape the world of business, sometimes like a gentle breeze, and sometimes like a wrecking ball. Grab your coffee, sit back, and let's unravel this powerful, invisible force driving your paycheck, your prices, and your future. Before we jump into stories, let's break it down. Economic policies are like a government's remote control over the economy. These include monetary policy, how much money is in circulation, and how easy it is to borrow. Fiscal policy, how much the government spends and collects in taxes. Trade policy, tariffs, export bans, or free trade deals. Regulatory policy, rules on labor, environment, finance, and more. These policies might seem abstract, but they touch everything. Imagine this: a small bakery in Istanbul relies on imported flour. One night, the government imposes a 30% import tax to protect local producers. Flour prices skyrocket. The bakery raises prices, loses customers, layoffs begin. All from a single decision made in a marble building miles away. Let me tell you the story of Zoom Video Communications. Back in early 2020, governments worldwide imposed lockdowns, a form of policy to control a health crisis. Offices closed, remote work exploded. Zoom's user base jumped from 10 million to over 300 million in just a matter of months. Their stock price soared, revenues doubled, and, well, all of this happened because of one global policy move. Now let's flip the coin. Venezuela, a country rich in oil, years of poor fiscal policies, printing excess money, price controls, and unsustainable subsidies, led to one of the worst cases of hyperinflation in history. A loaf of bread cost millions of bolivars. Businesses couldn't price products fast enough. Entire industries collapsed. And then, there's China's zero-COVID policy. It protected lives but also led to global supply chain disruptions. Western brands had to shut their stores temporarily. There was a global shortage of microchips, toys, electronics, you name it. Policies don't just stay within borders, they ripple across the world. So why does this matter to you? Well, because if you run a business, if you invest, if you work a job, economic policies shape your world. They decide things like how much your loan will cost, whether your boss can afford to hire or fire, and even if your favorite product is affordable or imported with a 50% tariff. Interest rates can, strangle or supercharge startups. Tax incentives, they can attract big tech to your city, or push them away. And trade policies, they can make your country a manufacturing hub, or let's be honest, an economic desert. And here's the bottom line: understanding economic policies is not just for economists in suits, it's for every dreamer, entrepreneur, investor, and citizen who wants to thrive. If you've made it this far, you're not just watching, you're learning how the world works. So the next time a news headline says, "The central bank raised rates," don't scroll past. Pause. Because that one line could be the plot twist in your business story. Policies create opportunities and risks. Which side will you be on? Comment, and subscribe if you want more real-world stories that decode the hidden forces shaping your life.